Pretty well established. Some people would say I'm famous, although I don't like to show my face because I don't want the fame. Just show me the moolah. I want to disappear, you know what I mean? But what's all the fame? That's why celebrities go crazy. I don't want all that.
What is up, YouTube? It is your boy Jump, and I am currently on my way to do a pretty cool interview, so stay tuned. Let's go. What's up, people? I am here with Steve Davis, the owner of Fabes Soul in Syracuse, New York. Let's go. If you want to just talk about some of your products and services.
Alright, name of my company is Fabes Soul, as we all know. Pretty much how I started. I started out simply just by doing souls, icing people's souls. I didn't have a product to go with it. But over time, I developed my own product to get it from yellow back to icy, and that is where Fabes Soul Sauce comes into play. It's pretty much been my bread and butter of the company pretty much since I started. I mean, it's to the point where still this is the main focal point. At least restorations is what we try to focus on. We do a lot of customs. We've done a lot of custom work for NFL athletes, but I like to keep it back to its roots and still stick to the restores. Since then, I've also developed a cleaner to go with it for all-purpose cleaner to clean the uppers. Comes with a cute little scrub brush. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? People don't even be knowing about the product. Yeah. This is still in the testing phase. It's a really great product. It's all natural. Similar to the top leading brands that are out there, the difference between my cleaner and the rest of theirs is this is an oil-based solution as opposed to a water-based solution. In that instance, it doesn't only clean, it also conditions at the same time. So if you have, like, say for instance, black suede sneakers, a lot of people clean black suede sneakers and then after they're done, they're ashy. Yeah. This will keep it jet black. Not to mention, being that it's gel-based, if you tip it over to its side, it doesn't just spill out. So keep it from spillage or overuse, I would say.
All materials or?
All materials. No. But yeah, I mean, I started out just simply with this product. I would say, 2013 is when I actually started just doing soles, and then the product came later on that year. I've done sneaker trade shows all over the U.S. from New York to Cali. And then, as you can see, it grew. Sneakers and all types of sneakerhead apparel and accessories, from Supreme to Space Jam figurines, and cell phone cases and t-shirts, and you know, I try to have personal branding. I have a couple of in-store merchandise that we have of our own, Pablo merch and stuff like that, so you know, just whatever's popular.
So how did you come up on the sneaker scene?
Oh man, I've been into sneakers ever since I could remember. I'm from New York City, and back in, I'm 31 now. I started buying shoes when I was 16 years old when I got my first job, because my mom wasn't buying me no J's. Yo, it had to be $50 or less. She wasn't having it. Yo, I'm not playing. You know what I mean? It was some Nikes that were $50 back then. That was cool, but it wasn't the popular J's. So it wasn't until I got my first job that I got Jordans. But I was always into sneakers, you know, ever since I was a kid, because I mean, who didn't want to have the newest Michael Jordans? Right, you know? Michael Jordan was that dude. It was iconic. You'll see the older kids in your neighborhood that you looked up to, they always wearing the Michael Jordan. So you always wanted to have it. And living in New York City, in the fashion capital, back then you didn't just have to have sneakers. You had to have the whole outfit. Yeah. If you just had sneakers, people didn't even look at you. It didn't even matter. If your outfit was poor, it's just like, yo, who gave you your shoes? It just didn't look right. Nowadays, it doesn't matter. You can look whatever way, and just as long as your sneakers is fresh and good. But back then, we had to have the old outfits. I used to have, you know, Pepe jeans or Nietzsche jeans, Rockaway, Sean John. I remember all those brands. I had academic jeans, you know what I mean, stuff like that. So I was always into shoes and fashion ever since I was, you know, a young kid and a teenager. And then when I got, like I said, when I got my first job, my first pair of Jordans was the all-white low-top 9s. still to this day, that's why the Jordan 9s is one of my most favorite, you know what I mean, silhouettes, no matter which colorway. I mean, I just like the Jordan 9 silhouette. I think it's clean. You know, I was only 16. My first job was at Party City. You know what I mean? Yo, say it was $6 an hour until I could. My first job was supposed to be at McDonald's. And the first day that I was supposed to start, 9/11 happened.
Oh, shit.
So I just took it as a sign, like, nah, you ain't supposed to flip no burgers, man. You got to do something better. So a week later, I wound up at Party City, which worked out. It was more money, and I think it actually trained me better in life for other jobs. So I was being a prototypical black man, spending all his money on J's and clothes and trying to impress all the chicks. And that's what I was trying to do in high school. I mean, and that's what it was. See, that's why back then you had to have the whole outfit with the shoes. You couldn't just wear the shoes because you had to get the chicks, and the chicks is looking at your whole joint from head to toe. And if you ain't fresh, you ain't getting. See, I ain't even fresh right now, so it's gonna be a bad interview. It's like, yo, this ugly dude. Like, nah, when I get fresh, I'll be out there, pretty boy Rico. I guess that's what got me into shoes. Just, I would say, Michael Jordan's iconic resume on the court, mixed with a combination of cultural influence of where I grew up on. You know what I mean? What chicks like, and you know what I mean, how to be fresh. So that just kind of, you know, I've been into shoes ever since, and it just took off. I never had the idea of opening up a shop or even taking it to make a business out of it. But my late brother, who I named the company after, you know, God rest his soul, my brother Fabes, he was like, yo, man, we need to open up a store. And I'm just like, alright, we could do that. That's kind of cool. You know what I mean? But this was way before boutiques was even open. He's like, yo, we need a boutique on the island, man. I know we could do it. You know what I mean? People look up to us in the sneaker scene. I'm like, whatever. We both had good jobs. So I was just like, let's just, maybe, you know, whatever the case may be. And then when he passed, I just knew I had to do something to keep his name alive. And I was like, all right. By the graces of good fortune, it was literally a snowball effect. Like, if I explain the whole story on how I got started, it's just crazy. And it's a crazy snowball effect of meeting certain people at certain times in my life that I simply connected the dots of how to put everything together.
Right. And
putting it together, I didn't know what I would get, but I got this, putting it all together. And it was literally a luck of the fortune, and being at it all, I made it come to life. I had no choice but to name it after him. You know what I mean? This was his vision, it wasn't mine.